Welcome to another episode of Your Voice Matters. Hello, and welcome to another episode of Your Voice Matters. I am your girl, Viv Cunningham, with Preferred Real Estate Brokers, selling the American Dream here in Central Florida. So today, we are going to be talking about a buyer's broker's agreement. So there's been a lot of stir about that. So today I'm just gonna break it down for you a little bit and let you know what's involved, what you need to do, and as we go forward into the buying process. So it is just about understanding what do you do when you sign a buyer as a broker, how binding that is. Okay, so today we're just going to break that down a little bit and talk about it a little bit. But I'm your girl, Viv Cunningham, with Preferred Real Estate Brokers. Like I said, selling the American Dream here in Central Florida. So we are going to be just talking about a little bit, just browsing. You can always ask questions, and I'm happy to answer them for you. So, you've probably been hearing a little chitter chatter going on around the world, or whatever is going on around the world about buyers, and sellers and things like that. But it's a great time to be buying. It's a great time to be selling. The market is a little, stagnant now when it comes to sellers selling their property, but buyers are still getting the opportunity to make an offer on the house and negotiate the deal, of course, negotiate the deal. But some of the things that we're going to be talking about today are going to be about how do you understand it. So I usually normally when I teach the first time home buyers class, and I tell them, I says, before your agent take you out to go look at property, make sure that your agent is committed to you and you are committed to your agent. Okay, so your agent is going to have you sign, your real estate agent, realtor or real estate agent, whatever you want to call them, is going to have you sign something called a buyer's brokerage agreement. So what's going to go take place is in the come July, we're going to have to make sure we have this signed before we take out our buyers. But it's a great thing. It's a great way to be moving into the market. So what will happen on starting the end of last year, the multiple listing service, before you had to put some kind of money in the multiple listing service. Now you don't have to anymore. So if you hire a realtor, how do they get paid? There's many ways that they can get paid in the multiple listing service. Right now they still have some money in there where whatever it is, whatever, if it's 3 bananas, you can get your 3 bananas. The realtor can get their 3 bananas, so then the buyer doesn't have to take it out of their pocket. But come in the near future, when you sign the agreement, you're gonna see on there where the buyer's agent is going to have a figure in there where they're gonna have a percentage in there. They're going to have a flat fee. Just be aware of that. And what this agreement is stating, it's stating what you're going to do for your agent, okay, as in be loyal, and it also state what your agent is going to do for you. So there's no misunderstanding. Okay, it's going to be buyer, what buyer does, and what the agent is going to do for you in return of you signing this agreement. And it's something that you have to sign. So it's not something that you can get away with not signing, because if not, what's going to happen? You're going to be running from agent to agent to agent. So my recommendation is just go ahead and find the right agent. Okay, just like how you're going to find the right lender and find the right agent, and the agent is going to do a buyer's consultation with you, and what they're going to do is figure out what it is that you want. So they're going to give you help you find properties. A lot of people, they search on different platforms and they said, well, I can't find any property. Your agent can kind of narrow it down. Whatever you're looking for, a 3 bedroom, 2 bath, they can kind of narrow it down and help you find a property. And they can guide you. They have service provider that they can help guide you. They have different inspection company. They have title companies for, if it's for the seller. They got so many different things out there that they can actually help you with. So my recommendation is just go ahead and find the right agent. Now, keep in mind, if you're going into a new construction, you still need an agent as well to go in with you. Because what happened is when you go in on your own, just like if you were calling the listing agent on a property, the listing agent is not representing you. The listing agent signed a listing agreement with the seller, so I will sell your property, or if not, I will bring you a buyer. Okay, they said that they will bring you a buyer, and they will so therefore, so the listing agent signed a listing agreement with the buyer, saying that, saying with the seller, saying that they're going to pay the listing agent certain amount. It's the same thing with the buyer's agreement. The buyer's agreement is you're going to sign a buyer's agreement. That means a buyer's, your agent is representing you. And when they're representing you, they're only solely representing you. They're not representing the seller. So they're going to go in and negotiate for you. So let's say on the multiple listing service, which is where all the properties are listed at. Okay, let's say they're listed there. So what will happen is you will pick out the property that you want to go see. Some of them might have money on it right from right now, and then some might not. But keep in mind, if the ones that does not have any money on it, that mean your buyer's agent, you would have to come out of your pocket. But regardless, somebody's gonna have to pay it. Either you're gonna have to pay it, or the seller is gonna have to pay it. So it's for you to say, hey, Mr. Seller, I saw you don't have any money that you're paying to my buyer's agent. Then you negotiate. And that's where your agent comes in. Your agent comes in to help you negotiate. So let's say it's a really nice property and it has no money listed in the multiple listing service. Then what your agent will do is go to the listing agent, go to the seller, and negotiate on your behalf. Keep in mind that's what your buyer's agent do. They negotiate for you. The listing agent lists the property, and the buyer's agent brings a buyer and then negotiate the best deal for you and help guide you. There's just so much to real estate and buying a property. Whether it's negotiating, whether it's setting up inspection and making sure you stay on time, whether it's helping you making sure you deliver your escrow, things like that. There's so much stuff that goes on behind the scene of real estate, and you can lose your money just like that. Just like that, you can lose your money because you don't know what to do, or how to understand a contract or something like that. 'Cause keep in mind, these contracts are licensed to the buyer's agent. Okay, so it's hard to go out there and find one unless you're going to use an attorney to write up the offer for you. But somebody has to write the offer up for you, because you can't just go online and on the Google and find an agreement, a buyer's agreement, as in a contract, in order to make an offer on the seller's property. So keep that in mind. So some of the things that you're going to be responsible for is you're going to need a buyer's consultation. That means your agent will sit down and go over the details with you. They're going to tell you what fees it is that's going to be included, and the fees that's going to be charged to you, or if not, maybe Mr. Seller is going to be able to help you with some of those closing cost fees. But keep in mind, you can still negotiate closing cost fees. You can still negotiate a lot of things, whether it's something in the property, whether it's a home warranty. But so that's where your agent comes in. Your agent comes in by helping you negotiate that deal. Keep in mind, when you sign this, it's legal. Some agent might have you sign it for 1 year. Some might have you sign it for 6 months, depending on where you are. Normally, it takes around 6 months, by the time you find the right property and close on it. So, if that expired, then you can always, redo another one. Just like if you were applying for a loan and that pre-approval expired, you can always redo the pre-approval. So, but there's so much that goes on behind it. They'll help you help you with find insurance company, even though you might have your own. They might help you find home warranty company, appraisal company, just different things like that. If it's a for sale by owner, they'll help you negotiate a for sale by owner. They'll help you negotiate all of that stuff. Keep in mind that the real estate agent, they are in the market, and look for an agent that is dedicated to you. Okay, and they're going to help you, and they're not all over the place, and they're not looking for your best interest. Let it, make sure that they're showing you the right property, and do your due diligence too. Go out and drive the neighborhood, drive the house, look at the house, make sure you like the outside of the house before you actually go look at it, so you save time like that. So reiterate again, your agent will sit down with you, or if not, they can do it on Zoom, have a buyer's consultation with you. You will go ahead and sign the buyer's brokerage agreement. Says I will work with you for X amount of time, and I will help you find a property, and move from once we find a property, help you move towards the closing table. So there's just so much that goes on out there. So you're gonna hear a lot of little chitter chatter that's going on around there, out in the news and things like that, about commission and things like that. So that's why I wanted to come on here and just let you know that once you sign this agreement, it's an agreement. It's a contract between you, and it's a contract between you and that agent or the broker. Okay. All right. So it's something that you want to sign. If not, then what you're going to be doing is running from agent to agent to agent. So every time you saw a listing, you go ahead and call the listing agent on it. Keep in mind that listing agent is not necessarily representing you. They can represent the transaction, because in Florida we are a transaction broker and transaction agent, so they can represent the transaction. But the listing agent is working for the seller. So, but they can write up the offer for you. But it's always best to use your own agent, use your own buyer's agent. That's it's going to be there for you, going to negotiate for you, going to help you with whatever it is, answer the questions for you, help you find the right home, help you search for home, put you on a search. So therefore, because a lot of time you're searching for a house out there and you're just searching, and you don't really know what you're looking for. But if you tell your agent, you sit down and you have a buyer's consultation and sit down and you tell them, I want a 3-bedroom house, I want a 2-bathroom, I want a pool, I want a fence yard, they can help you and do your home criteria that way, where there it's pertaining to whatever it is that you want. I always say, don't let your want run ahead of your needs, because some you might be looking for a 3-bedroom 2-bath, but then all of a sudden you saw a pool. Well, keep in mind, a pool home is going to cost you more. Okay. And then so stick to whatever it is that you want. Stick to your budget. Don't go beyond your budget and think that, okay, well, I'm approved for 350,000, I'm going to go up to 300, I'm going to go up to 400,000, and thinking that you can negotiate all the way down. Keep in mind, you can negotiate down if you're not asking the seller to pay the buyer's broker's commission, and you're not asking for any closing costs. Some sellers will lower their property that much, but you just never know. So don't underestimate the sellers. Don't when you send in an offer, don't lowball the seller. Okay, don't lowball the seller. But I just wanted to jump on and let you know that that's coming in the pipeline. Where all buyers will have to sign this buyer's brokerage agreement. Saying that you will work with one agent. So pick the right agent. Pick the right agent, because if not, you tend to be locked in that contract, and it is a binding contract, and you want to make sure that you do have the right agent. It's just like having the right lender. You want to make sure that you have the right lender. A lender don't normally let you lock into an agreement like that. But if you running from lender to lender, then you might be lowering your credit score. Okay, so whenever you're shopping around, do your shopping all at once. Okay, do your shopping all at once. Okay, so the agreement clearly delegate and dictate to what happened in the transaction, and all the terms and all the agreements. Okay, how the agent will be compensated when a buyer signs an agreement and a contract, just things like that. And keep in mind, the contract, making an offer on the house, is a different contract from your buyer's brokerage agreement. Just like a listing agreement is different from a buyer brokerage agreement, and it's different from a contract. So all of that is different. Okay, so making sure that you understand that, and if you don't understand anything, making sure that you are asking your agent all these questions. That's why when you're working with an agent, you feel like family, because you're talking to them daily. They're instructing you daily of what to do. Because I just finished teaching the home buyers class on Friday. They graduated. So I told them, I said, go out and buy your house. There's so much help out there, whether you're looking for a down payment assistant, whether you're looking for closing costs. If you don't ask, you don't know. But there's a lot of help out there. And your agent has to be knowledgeable enough, in order to be able to find. So let's say it's down payment assistant. They got to be knowledge enough to find where the down payment assistant is. And there's a lot of money out there. Orange County right now is giving up to $50,000. Hillsborough County, which is Tampa, is giving up to $90,000. And these loans, these grants are stackable. So that's why it's so much. You might find that one person is giving you 50, the other is giving you 7, the other is giving you 10. You just never know what they're giving you. Okay. So ask question. Okay, ask question before you run out and look at any houses. Make sure you sit down and have your buyer's consultation. Okay, you sign your buyer's brokerage agreement so you know that your realtor is loyal to you. They're loyal to you, and you are loyal to them. And there's going to be a section in there where it's going to be what are you responsible for and what the buyer agent is responsible for. And then of course, you both will sign it and you'll be dated, and it'll be anywhere from 6 months to a year that you'll be signing, depending on how long before you're ready. So let's say you say you're not ready. You did your buyer's consultation, but you're not ready yet. But you want to sign the agreement anyway. That might, and you're not ready for 6 months. 6 months is already passed. So then if you're doing the buyer's consultation, then the buyer might you might say, well, I'm not ready for 6 months, but okay, so you signed it, but all of a sudden that 6 months runs out. So sometimes it might be a year you're signing it for, or it might be 6 months. So it depends. So go out there and find the right agent, find the right lender, and go out there and buy your house. It's a great time to be buying a house because rent is so high. I was talking to someone about renting, and I was telling them, I says, if you buying a house and you were paying I forgot what it was, let's say you were paying $1,800 a month or $1,500 a month, that probably times 12, that let's say that's $20,000, times 3 years, that's $60,000. So think about how much money you could have paid into your home mortgage, $60,000, instead of paying that to a landlord. All right. So go out there and buy your home. Okay. Contact me if you have any information about buyer's brokerage agreement. I'd be happy to answer that for you. About the home buyers class. If you want to take it, you can take it. It's 3 nights. The first Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. It's from 6:30 to 9. And then of course you will get a certificate that's good for 2 years, and you're able to use it to get down payment, closing costs, and whatever. But you have to take that home buyers class. There's so much help out there. You just have to know where to find that help at. Okay. All right. So if you have any question, drop me a message below. Okay. And then I will also answer that for you. So Viv the Caribbean team, preferred real estate broker selling the American dream here in Central Florida. I'm so glad that you tune in to the show about understanding a buyer's brokerage agreement. Okay. All right. So take care, and I will connect with you real soon. Thank you for listening. Viv the Caribbean team, signing off for now. Thank you for listening. See you on the next episode of Your Voice Matters.